Alright. That was an episode. And, let's talk about it. Oh, I'm still, like, here. Okay. First thing, I guess, to talk about would be Dave and the scene. I don't even want to say the word. It just, that was the acting in that scene was astounding. Really, I mean, no, I mean, I love Chris Colfer. I think he's a great actor, but I kind of think Max Adler just outacted Chris Colfer. And I know I'll probably get, like, yelled at for that, but, I sat there watching that scene, you know, I kept, like, he's in I guess it was the locker room, just staring, and I'm like, at first, you know, they're all, like, kind of, like, crowding around him, behind him, and I was like, are they gonna actually do something to him? I mean, and he's just staring, and I'm like, oh my god, what is it? And I was expecting, like, I don't know, like, a banner or something, I don't know, and then and then on Facebook, and he dressed himself up to kill himself. That was one of the saddest things. And then, like, in the chair, like, I was so scared they were actually going to, like, show something. Like, you know, I was just kind of waiting to see, like, how far are they gonna go? Like, what are they gonna show? Like, I don't know. I thought, like, the furthest they would go would be maybe showing his legs, you know, like, hanging. I didn't want that, though. I'm happy they didn't show that. I would have, like, lost it. But, and then, I don't know, with the teachers and, like, with Sue, I felt bad for her. Like, I don't know, I hate whenever, like, people blame themselves for something like that, I guess, because I went through something similar, and I hated when everyone around me blamed themselves for what I was going through, so that just kind of hit me, like, no, it's not you, stop that. But then, with his dad, oh my god, because my parents, you know, my family, they're one of the things that kept me from ever doing anything like that. And just that moment, I was crying already. Let's not lie, I was crying already, but that's when I, like, started sobbing. And my mom was like, oh my god, Amber. She was a little teary-eyed, let's not, no. But that was the moment that got me. Let's see, and then with Sebastian, like, I'm so unsure how to feel about him, because from the beginning I've hated him. I thought he's a pointless character, he's a douche, I don't know, I haven't liked him, you know. He was like Santana minus the reason to be angry, you know, and it just annoyed me. And then that scene with Scandals, I was, oh my god, I can't even, like, my heart rate went up. I was, like, so angry. I was like, ugh. And then, like, how he was like, you know, I don't even remember what he said now. I'm losing my mind. But, and then he seemed, like, remorseful, and, you know, so, I mean, I guess, in the end, you know, my opinion on Sebastian will have to depend on how long his, you know, I'm so sorry for everything I've done act lasts, or if it's an act, I guess. Next thing I want to talk about is Mr. Schue. I know a large majority of the fandom, like, despises him. You know, he's a bad teacher, and, you know, he's a bad boyfriend or fiance. He's, you know, just evil, bad, mean, has stupid hair, whatever. You know, I won't disagree that he has done really stupid things and said really stupid things, and, you know, he's by far perfect, but I love Mr. Shu. You know, it's just like Santana said in that episode with the Spanish teacher. You know, he does teach them good life lessons. He would be amazing if he didn't have, like, an actual subject to teach, if he just did Glee. You know, like, because he really gets through to them. You know, like that episode today, like that scene when they were, I guess they were in the auditorium, I'm not sure, when they were all sitting on the floor. I mean, it started out with something as silly as Rory eating peanut butter, and then, you know, he turned that into a really emotional and inspiring talk, I guess, and it reminded me a lot of group therapy, actually, and, you know, his story about almost killing himself, it was like, wow, you know. I mean, I know it was a loosey-goosey kind of story, like they just threw it in there for the sake of this storyline, but so yeah, I like Mr. Shu. And then Quinn and Kurt, I went out of order. I got so mad at Quinn with her victim blaming is what she was doing. I don't like that. You know, as somebody that had a lot of suicidal ideation, no, like, you're not thinking about the people around you. And if you are, you're not sitting there saying, oh, they'll all be so sad, they'll all miss me so much. You're saying they'll be better off without me. That's what you're thinking. You think that you're a burden on them, you know, that everyone will be better off not having to put up with you, not having to see you anymore. You're not looking at it the way Quinn thinks you're looking at it. You know, and I really loved that Kurt stood up to her. You know, and I like that he came to a God Squad meeting. Sorry, I hate that name. It's so stupid. But yeah, I mean, I really like that. You know, I mean, I think that shows how much Kurt cares, but how much he doesn't even realize that he cares. I like that too. I think no, I'm not gonna. And then, blah blah, nobody cares about regionals. Ian, though. The vampire, that was funny. I laughed, I did. Then the Quinn and Rachel thing, I don't know, I wouldn't call myself, like, a Faberry shipper, but, I mean, I kind of see it, I kind of compare them to Drarry a bit, which I am a big shipper, but, see, it's very, very different between fanon and canon, because in fanon, I think it's very good, and I think, yes, it can be requited in fanon. In canon, and actually both the case of Faberry and Drarry, I think it is Quinn and Draco both in love with the person they, you know, used to, or still do, whatever, bully. That's what I think it is. You know, I think that's a very, very much an unrequited thing. I don't know if that's Diana being a troll, but she was playing Quinn having feelings for Rachel. Like, I'm sure of it. And that's coming from somebody who doesn't ship Faberry, doesn't really care about Faberry. She totally was. And yes, the texting with the on my way, I was like, oh my god, that's the episode title! And, that was pretty intense. But, yeah. Whew. Anyways, last thing. The hospital scene. Like, as soon as it showed, like, the clipboard, I was like, how is it? Like, first of all, more great acting. This time by both Chris and Max. I thought that was amazing. It was like the chemistry in that scene was fantastic, and I was just very much in awe. And the emotion that they both played was like really strong, and it's so much more emotion than I've ever felt between Kurt and Blaine. I mean, like, eons more. It was crazy. I think Kurt's little speech about how it'll get better, and, you know, some days suck, and, you know, some people won't accept you, but you just gotta screw them. I like that, because it's what he said in his Golden Globe speech. I liked it. I caught that. I guess, like, it, like, broke my heart when Dave was talking about, you know, his supposed best friend, which I'm assuming is Ezimio. Like, I don't know if that's, like, I guess that's who he was referring to. I don't know, somebody correct me if you think I'm wrong. I'm not sure. I think it's Ezimio, though. You know, never wanting to talk to him again. And, his mom thinking it's a disease. And, you know, he didn't say anything about his dad, which kind of makes me wonder if maybe his dad had a better reaction to it, or maybe no reaction to it. But, like, I don't know. And then just the little hint about Dave not going to that school anymore. Oh, is it gonna go? Maybe he can go to McKinley. And then the future scene thing, that was totally Kurt. You cannot even tell me that was not Kurt. And that little boy was so cute, wasn't he? And, like, I'm so happy we know his, like, dream job now. I like that. And that city looked like New York City. It did. It looked like New York City. And then he was like, last week, he said we could be friends. I'd like that. I was like, they gonna be friends, alright. Okay. And then the handhold. Oh my god. Like, I was freaking out from last week's handhold. Okay? And that one. Okay, and I want to pinpoint the way at the very, very end, they focused in and, like, zoomed in on their hands. That was total foreshadowing. Like, that, everything is done on purpose. That was foreshadowing. I don't care what Anne Cleaner has to say about it. That was foreshadowing. So, Kurtofsky is canon. Also, Kurt loves Dave. And, Dave loves Kurt.